Welcome to another coffee break here on my channel Firm Learning, and in today's video I'm covering 5 key mindsets that I adopted over the last years which really had a significant impact on my thinking and on my life. I'd even go so far that I'd say that these mindsets changed my life, and I very much hope that they are able to do the same for you. And I will start with the first one, which is called Locus of Control. Locus of control is a well-studied concept of psychology that describes what people think, what people believe is the actual center of control over their life, right? And you can have either an internal or an external locus of control. And let's start with the latter one, with the external of control. People who have an external locus of control think that things just happen to them. They are just on the receiving end of their life. That their life is shaped by their fate, or maybe the universe, how much luck they have, or by the actions of people around them. They feel like they cannot really change, just impact what happens to them, but things just happen to them, life happens to them. And this is contrasted by the internal locus of control. People with a strong, well-fleshed out internal locus of control indeed think that they are in control. They hold the steering wheel of their life. That their life, the results that they have in their life, is impacted by the effort that they put in, their work ethic, the decisions that they make in their life. And it is well studied in psychology that the success that you have, right, both in your personal and in your private life, is somewhat determined by this. And of course, it is very beneficial to have an internal locus of control, to assume responsibility of what is happening to you and take your life into your hands. Another key thought is this idea of being right versus being successful. Do you want to be right or do you want to be successful, right? Is the one more important to you or the other? And for a matter of fact, people will go to great lengths sometimes, right, to prove other people wrong. Some people are just absolutely obsessed with this idea that they need to be right and I need to prove to everyone how right I am. And there's even a classic piece of German literature written about this, the novel Michael Kohlhaas, From Heinrich von Kleist. Michael Kohlhaas, the story is based on real events, and indeed Michael Kohlhaas, it is so important to this figure to be right that he even risks his own life and even dies at the end of this story due to his effort in being right. And you see this all the time. People are willing to lose money to prove someone wrong. People sue each other over absolutely trivial matters. They engage in heated arguments about stuff that just doesn't matter at all, and so on and so forth. And I trust you know some people like this as well. And while I personally understand that sometimes it can be tempting to be right and that this is something that might be quite important to you, very often in life, being right is not necessarily connected to being successful. So decide, and this is a decision that only you can make, what is more important to you, to be right or to be successful, right? And then also calibrate your actions accordingly. The next success factor that I want to share is that failure is meaningless, right? This is a very important mindset that you need to adopt. You see it all the time, that people beat themselves up whenever something goes wrong. I did not pass that exam, I did not get this promotion, this designation, I did not get into this university I wanted to get into, right? And this can only be because I'm too stupid, I'm not smart enough, not able, right? I'm just not the right fit for this very thing. The simple truth is that failure has no meaning, right? There's no intrinsic meaning to failure. If you fail in whatever area of your life, in itself, this means nothing. It absolutely means nothing. It only has the meaning that you attach to it, right? Only because you failed in the one area, in the one task, in the one thing, it doesn't matter at all that, it doesn't say at all that you cannot be extremely successful if you attempt something else the next time. And of course it is smart to ask yourself, are there any learnings in here? Is there anything I can do next time that potentially helps me, right? And the truth is, most people who are very successful, they would be able to tell you lots of things things, lots of areas in their lives, lots of attempts at something where they failed, right? Failure has no intrinsic meaning. It only has the meaning that you attach to it. Remember this. This is a key one. This is a very important one, right? If you want to succeed in your life. Now, in addition to the top 5 success mindsets that I'm sharing in this video, there's an additional success mindset that you should follow, and this is that your work deliverables should always meet highest professional standards. And to help you do just that, we developed for you a checklist for slide presentations. This is a version of the checklist that I used myself when I was working at McKinsey in consulting, and I was preparing my slide presentations as well. And I'm offering this for you as a download, completely for free. There will be a link to that in the video description in the comments. Check that out to get hold of this slide checklist to indeed create high quality slide presentations. Next very important success mindset is the difference between the scarcity and the abundance mindset. Scarcity and abundance. Which one is it that you follow, right? And people sometimes have, or many people have, a strong scarcity mindset. Yeah, and this might be that you think that, if I share this thought, if I share this idea, someone else might take credit for it, right? Or money is so scarce, I have so little of it, I really am at the risk of becoming poor, right? If I don't do this or that, money is scarce. This is a big one, a very important one, right? I'm not willing to take risks because if I fail, I might lose the little things that I have. So I won't take risk. I need to play it safe. This is all driven by the scarcity mindset. While, of course, I don't want to over-glorify it. Sometimes it is good, right, to be risk cautious, to also acknowledge that it might be difficult to obtain certain things, challenging to obtain certain things. You will see that many successful people have, to the opposite, this abundance mindset, this mindset that, there are so many things out there that are available for you. Opportunity is everywhere. There's so much money on the world, right, that you can pursue. So many great potential partners for you that you might be able to meet, that you might be able to get to know, and so on and so forth. And the way how you look at the world, whether it's from the lens of scarcity or whether it's from the lens of abundance, will very much determine the opportunities that indeed you have, that indeed you find in front of you and that you might have here, right? So try to adopt this abundance mindset because frankly, I think that in most cases it is also factually correct, right? Opportunity is indeed everywhere. There are so many things that you can do, so many things that you can pursue, and why not take this opportunity into your hand instead of focusing on what you don't have, right? Or what you don't see straight away. And very much related to this is a 5th success mindset that I want to share with you. And this is the distinction of and versus or. The and mindset versus the or mindset. And I have this from this great book that is called From Good to Great. From Good to Great, a big classic of management literature. And it describes how many people fall for this or mindset. I can have either this or I can have that, right? I can be either successful or I have a lot of time with my family. I can be either rich or I can be a good, virtuous person. I can either have good grades in my exams or I can spend time with my friends and pursue my hobbies, right? Or. I cannot have all of them. It's always or. And this, of course, is a big limitation that you put on yourself. You could argue that this is actually also an embodiment of the scarcity mindset. And instead, you want to go for the and. You want to realize that in many situations, many things can be true. Many things can be possible at the same time. You might want to be successful and you want to be a great father, a great partner for your spouse, right? And you want to have enough time for your friends and other family members. And you want to find hobbies that you really enjoy and find the time to pursue them. And. Many of these things are possible at the same time indeed. So don't put these wrong limitations on you and your life. Is there any other success mindset you'd love to add? Let me know in the comments. Love to learn from you on this topic as well. If you took any value from this video, please destroy the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks also to our channel members. Looking forward to see you soon here again on the channel. My name is Hani from Learning. Bye bye.